Everyone throughout history that stands up for good has been met with the opposition of evil.
But at the end of the day, there's only two terms that matter: genuine and counterfeit, bruh.
The culture has been infected and the virus is spreading.
Some people want more respect on their name because they actually put in the footwork, the groundwork to secure their peers, you know what I'm saying?
The sickness can twist and pervert a person's mind until they become lost, unhinged, disconnected.
They're out here spending real money on fake goods, bro. Spending real money, bro.
They become a slave to their possessions. They think it gives them status, purpose, respect, all the while not realizing that they are mere puppets on strings, singing and dancing to the music of a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
I don't know about y'all, but like I had a Nike Talk account since 2007, bro.
But what happens when you listen to the marketing, to the influencers, to the legions of people who put out an illusion of success, infused with delusions of grandeur, garnished with exclusivity, and served on a porcelain plate of megalomania? You get this. Meet my biggest stan, the living embodiment of everything average. He foolishly believes Nike and Jordan sneakers are status symbols on par with the likes of Mercedes, Rolex, Tom Ford. The virus that exists has poisoned his mind and travels uninterrupted through the caverns of his varicose veins. $100 to $200 sneakers are status symbols? Perhaps to the unexceptional, the mediocre, the person who has nothing lying beneath the surface, because their life is a monotonous, repetitive cycle of emptiness. This is an extreme case of true mental illness, brought to you in part by Nike and reselling. And those who lack character and purpose wind up like this over retail sneakers. But there are alternatives to becoming a mindless zealot, and that is what we are here to explore.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Welcome to Fun with UAs. What is good, everybody? Thank you for coming and welcome to another episode of Fun with UAs. Today, we dive into the sick, demented, disgusting, delusional mind of a sneaker sociopath. We'll shove some high-caliber UAs into his hating ass, and we'll examine one of the smartest, dumbest, yet most honest sneaker consignment shop owners I've ever seen on YouTube. So, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. You are being played every single week like a bunch of marionette puppets. Nike is fucking with you by limiting pairs.
The secret sauce for Jordan over the years has always been unrequited demand, never having enough shoes to satisfy the market, which made the kid come back on the next release and hope that he would get a pair.
They do that to keep you running after the next sneaker and the next sneaker and the next sneaker after you take that L. And then they turn the other cheek when you go run into the reseller who's just gonna bend you over and drill your asshole open until it looks like the fucking Grand Canyon.
Don't fight this shit.
Fight what shit?
Just let it happen.
Let it happen. What the hell you doing?
Which brings us to the first UA of the day. One of my favorite sneakers of the year, the Air Jordan 1 Biohack. Lord Jesus, this shoe is sick as fuck. I have good news and bad news. First, this shoe is a departure from basic ass colorways and delivers a truly creative looking Jordan 1. The bad news is most of you are fresh off taking the L. As I'm shooting this Wednesday night, I'm predicting the future. Absolutely nothing wrong with this pair at all. Y'all see the colors popping out this bitch? This shoe is a fucking panty dropper. A showstopper. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Get to the chopper!
Bars. And I believe that exclusively across the water, you get the motherfucking orange soda laces.
Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. I do. Ooh.
Ain't that a bitch? For now, the reselling scumbags aren't really going too crazy with this shoe. Pre-release, there was a few online for around $300, but they know some of you are sheep. And after about a year of holding like 30 pairs of these shits, they're gonna come back and hit you over the fucking head to the tune of
$1 million.
everything is excellent on this sneaker and gets the coveted grade of an A+. No one's gonna call you out for rocking these shits, but according to this man,
you should be able to tell right away if a shoe is real or fake.
there's the consignment shop guy I was talking about earlier. Tell me how you're supposed to know a Jordan 1 is fake almost instantly. It's probably the most mass-produced fucking UA in the universe.
A dead stock Jordan 1, you may smell, it kind of smells like gasoline, I would say.
What? What the hell kind of Jordan 1 have you been sniffing? Let me tell you something. If you get a DS sneaker that smells like gasoline, drop that shit immediately and you better go pull a John McClane. Cause something is wrong. Speaking of the smell, let me address something. Cause a lot of you people will believe anything you hear. UAs will sometimes have a strong glue smell because it's getting shipped to you like a week after it's made. The authentic Nike shoe smell that we all love so much is nothing more than the faded smell of the same glue. It's not chemicals. It's not anthrax. It's not coquina. It's just fucking glue. Get it together. There's also a lot of crazy ass rumors that UAs cause health risks. Use common sense. If that were true, how come the UA replica makers over there that have their faces all up in these shits every single day aren't turning up dead? Huh? The people that spread that rumor are probably the same damn kids that used to huff paint fumes in their elementary school art class.
Model glue, sir? Yes, that's very nice. Your fancy rag, sir.
You can miss me with that bullshit. On to the next UA. Yeah! The motherfucking Fragment Jordan 3. A very, very clean looking sneaker in my honest opinion. However, resellers already have this fucking thing on StockX for like
$1 billion a day.
Are y'all out of your fucking gourd? For this? Really? This sneaker made it so easy for the UA makers, and they did a spectacular job. The leather is plush, the inside is well padded, the shape and build of this shoe is on point. It's clean, it's simple. It's clean. Even has the Fragment box and paper. But are y'all really willing to drop a bag on a plain black and white Jordan 3, all because it has a teeny tiny little lightning bolt on the heel and some little tiny jibber jabber text on the sole? If you miss on retail for this shit, you better take your ass across that water, cause if you spend $1,000 on this shoe, you are a fucking moron.
How is that an opinion? If they weren't symbols of status, they wouldn't be reselling on such a massive scale.
This guy sounds like the biggest, fattest, juiciest sheep I've ever seen in my fucking life. You're telling me that because this simplistic ass design that comes out at $200 goes on to get resold for $1,000, that all of a sudden it's magically a status symbol? Who raised this fucking jackass? You are lost in the sauce, sir. A status symbol is a crazy expensive car, or a really nice suit, or a watch, or a big ass house. Jewelry. You wanna know why, fuckboy? Because it takes financial status to acquire those items out the gate. Just because these low-life reselling gutter rats steal all the pairs and then hike the price up, it does not turn a $200 product into a symbol of your financial status. I'm sorry, you're void of all common sense if you think like this. But there may be other retards that do, so they'll run out and go pay the price that someone made up to get the same feeling as if they were wearing a $3,000 Rollie. Meanwhile, I'll pay my $130 and then piss off every remedial man-child pathetic enough to believe that a goddamn sneaker makes them worth a damn. Let me ask you guys something. A 24-pack of bottled water costs like $3. If a reseller decides to then slither his ass into a local Walmart and buys all the water in a 30-mile radius, and then chooses to charge $300 a case, does that then make the bottles of water a status symbol? And furthermore, would you pay that shit, or would you just go back to the sink and stick a purifier on it and make your own goddamn water? Just think about it. The Jordan 3 Fragment, clean, simple, and the UA came out on point. That's why this sneaker is also hitting a motherfucking A, and the sheep can run out and get wallet raped real soon. Next up on the chopping block. Boom shakalaka. The What the Jordan 5. This shoe is glorious. Every detail appears to match all the heavily stylized lighting in the stock photos we've seen so far. Vibrant, eye-popping colors, and oh, they never get the tongue right. They never get the tongue right on the 5s. If y'all don't get your reselling, hating, bougie bitch asses the fuck up out of here with that shit.
They always make one mistake. There's always one mistake.
The tongue is just fine. Jesus Christ, get a fucking life.
If there is one red flag, you pass on the shoe.
One red flag? Okay, I'll agree with that. However, what's considered to be a red flag could be different for everyone. A stitch could be a red flag, a paint chip could be a red flag. If this guy followed his own advice, he'd have like 20 sneakers in that goddamn store. I'll tell you the only red flag you need to worry about. The second you walk into a sneaker shop and you find out everything in the building is on consignment, that's a red flag. Turn the other way, because God knows what the fuck is going on in there. I can see these What the 5s having differences all across the board. And a few cocksucking resellers already have a few pairs on StockX, and they're already asking
$1 billion a day.
Fuck out of here. By the way, bravo to DJ Dells. In a previous episode, I asked why bigger YouTubers don't talk more about this, and DJ Dells took it upon himself to make it happen. Grown men should not be out here acting like fucking Regina George over some goddamn sneakers.
Oh my god, I love your skirt. Where did you get it? So adorable. That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
I don't understand why guys like this dumpster diving rat fuck do stuff like this. You're a fucking weirdo. Imagine a guy with mouth breathing habits inching closer and closer to you while you're standing in line at Target while he stares at your feet. Bruh, you're a fucking weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo, dude. And all for what? Cause you don't have them? And you're hating on the people who do, so you looking for a reason to call them fake? You just look like a goddamn creep, bro. Come on! The What the 5s. My second favorite sneaker to come out this year. It's crazy, it's different, it's bold, and the UA absolutely nailed this one and deserves a final grade of an A++. Yeah! And by the way, before you guys go out and listen to Jumper Man bitch talk about whether or not you should hold or sell these, ask yourselves, why? Why would you throw away a chance to own a dope shoe that's gonna be hard to cop instead of wearing it? Hey, Jumperman Chris, do you even like shoes? I mean, before the sneaker even drops, you're already looking for an excuse to get rid of it. We need to be asking ourselves how the fuck people like this are not blacklisted from the community. Jumperman Chris, I swear to God, this guy used to be cool, but it looks like greed and corruption has taken over this asshole. Hold or sell, picking up multiple pairs, promoting reselling to the extreme. God damn it, people like you make me fucking sick. Fucking Jumperman, bro, I swear to God, dude, you're like Jordan and Yeezy brand had a 4-way with Southeast Asia and Forrest Whitaker. Toasty! You pop up out of nowhere and waste 2 hours of our time when we know you're just gonna take the L every single time. It's like cheering for the underdog in a Floyd Mayweather fight. We all know how it's gonna end. And even if you do hit, you're just gonna fucking resell the shit anyway. Jesus Christ. Jumperman Chris, I haven't seen a guy with so much ego and so little substance in decades. You're like the sneaker YouTube version of Carson Daly.
And I'm joined now by the one and only Britney Spears.
Didn't you used to mess with UAs, Christopher? Out here looking like fucking baby Voldemort? You perpetuate, progress, and push an image out there that not only makes people feel like they have to go out and spend more money for the shoe, but you also inspire them to abandon their love for the kicks altogether and replace it with what can the shoe do for them financially. This is not what the culture is supposed to be. And as far as you, Stan, my biggest fan, you're a pathetic fucking waste of life. You have allowed Jumperman Chris and Nike Marketing, who has clearly stated that they are fucking with you, drive yourself into a shell of insecurity and low self-esteem. There's an old saying that we all need to be paying more respect to, especially when it comes to shoes and fashion. The clothes don't make the man. The man makes the clothes. Something this mouth-breathing Snorlax has clearly forgotten. That's facts. And this is Fun with UAs.
Ha 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 ha.